Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Let's Play Deus Ex Human Revolution. Anaris here, and we just finished the first real mission, we'll call it that, where we had to infiltrate a industrial complex taken over by so-called terrorists, members of an organization that basically believe human augmentation is bad and against the order of nature. That's pretty much all we've been able to really gather so far. Anyways, they took hostages. Unfortunately, we had a little bit of a misstep there. Lost them. We were able to save one lady at the end, and we also found out a little bit of a revelation there. The head guy did not realize that one of the members of his team had a tech augmentation. These guys, being against augments, such as it is, was very displeased and feels like he was duped by him. So, yeah, we let him go because figured maybe later on down the road it can come back and help us later on. And yeah, so now we're going to continue on, and I believe this fight will take us back to Serif Industries. Now for this video, I'm just going to tell you right now, it's not going to include too much action. Pretty much what we're going to do with this is let you see what Serif Industries looks like now that the mission's complete. We don't have that radio coming every 5 minutes and going, "Get up here!" And, you know, basically show you some of the emails, some of the offices that you can access with ventilation shafts, and also give you an idea of downtown Detroit. Now, a lot of people were maybe upset seeing the first video, beta footage as well. They didn't really think it was going to be like a Deus Ex game should be. You know, we're open world, side quests, pretty much run whatever you want to go, different ways of accomplishing missions, etc. So I wanted to basically alleviate those fears with this video, and from there, the videos moving forward will contain side missions, the main quests as they come, and also giving you ideas about where to pick up upgrades and so forth and so on. So for now, we're going to talk to Farida Malik, and before I do that, if you've completed this mission, and if maybe you're not sure you picked up everything, feel free to go back. You should have access to a large chunk of the place. You can go through the tunnels. Maybe if you took the direct approach, you didn't use any of the ventilations. Go back through them. You'll get extra experience. Every little bit counts. Also, hack all those terminals. You'll get a little bit of money and some other stuff as well. Definitely worth your time. So we'll let that guy beat down on the door. I think that's the route that Zeke Sanders took. And we'll continue on. And again, as with the previous videos and moving forward, I'm going to pretty much keep the commentary to a minimum when it comes to the game starting to go with dialogue, character interaction, etc. So, again, if I interrupt mid-sentence, that's why. Alright, let's go.
Not quite what you signed up for, is it, Jensen?
Excuse me?
Sneaking into your own factory to hide stuff while the boss holds the cops at bay? Don't get me wrong, I love Mr. Serif, I just hate it when contracts become more important than people. I thought you did too.
I do. But things don't always go according to plan, Malik. I did what I could.
I'm sure you did. You ready to go?
And here's your final ability to go back. But I've already got everything, so we're good.
Yeah, get me out of here, Malik.
Your wish is my command. Climb in. New orders just in, Jensen. The boss wants Pritchard to examine the Typhoon ASAP.
Copy that. Thanks for the lift.
No problem. Hey, and Jensen, I just wanted to say, new look suits you. Like you haven't missed a beat at all.
Thanks.
So, how's it feel? Being augmented?
Excuse me?
Don't take it the wrong way. I mean, I've got a few neuro enhancements myself. Discreet ones to help me fly better. But I chose to get them implanted. You didn't. Now that you had a chance to try him out, what do you think?
You're right. I didn't choose to get augmented. And I still don't know if I would have if given the choice. But today felt good. Surprisingly good.
Dr. Reed said you'd take to them. Said it was in your genes. Just be careful, okay? A lot of people think there's a reason the human body rejects this technology over time.
I didn't peg you for the type who gets caught up in metaphysical debates, Malik.
I'm not. I told you myself I've got neuro enhancements. I'm just saying the choices we do get to make inevitably have consequences.
Yeah. Tell that to the bastard who did this to me.
I hear you. And you know what? You're not the only person in this place who wants to find him. So if I can help in any way, all you gotta do is ask.
I appreciate that, Malik, but right now...
You've got to get the Typhoon into the tech lab, right. See you later then. Oh, and Jensen, the boss wants a face-to-face debrief in his office once it's secure.
Roger that. Good night, Malik.
Okay. Dialogue's complete. Now keep in mind, there are actually 2 entrances, I believe. Number 1 is up there, which leads to the cafeteria. And there is another one down here, which we will actually explore real quick. And what I did was I actually went through and I did a quick playthrough-ish type thing of the level beforehand, and found a couple things that I want to point out on the way. One of which is a vent right here, which we will use to go around into, looks like a ventilation system of sorts. You see we got a little bit of exploration experience. Take the ladder down, and we'll find a couple goodies, actually. So it looks like we actually have something from VersaLife. That should be a name that is quite familiar to those of you who played the original. And a pocket secretary, which is essentially a notepad. We'll use that. And it looks like... Brandy needs that no pause. Uh-huh. Indeed. So, a little bit of an interesting side quest there. Nothing else here, so we will head back up. And of course, we can spot there's nothing really here. It looks like some drugs. I don't know what the deal is with that, though. Just yet. We might find out. We'll know in the moments to come. So now, we can continue on our way up the stairs.
I think it's disgusting how public opinion has turned on David so quickly. Like it's his fault.
Technology lab.
I don't buy for a second he was with Purity first. I think someone
So
slipped
do
into
note,
Sandra's group to manipulate
running around here,
thoughts.
there are
Yeah.
several security features.
know we
There's
were
also a bunch of stuff that you have access to
Same
in the
people
offices.
as last time.
For now, we'll go turn this into Pritchard.
Well, if it isn't Mahatma Gandhi himself, come to honor us all with his life-preserving presence. If this is about the Typhoon, I'll get to it in a minute.
Now, Pritchard. I didn't risk my neck to have you lose it in a pile of CPUs and scuzzy adapters.
Well, look at you, using the big words. Don't think just because you hacked through the plant security system so fast that you're an expert on everything computer. There's a reason I can't examine the Typhoon yet.
Do tell.
For your information, I am running a diagnostic sweep on our network and router security to find out how Sanders' hacker got a hold of our codes.
I'd have thought the first question to ask is, whose codes were they? Unless you already know.
Stick to kicking down doors and shooting people, Jensen, and stop trying to do my job. I guarantee you we'll get along better that way.
Well, there's a good chunk of XP that we just got. All hail the Monitor Arch. So we'll head through. I think I'll just do that every time we come in to the office. So now we need to head upstairs. Leave, get a quick debriefing. Okay, take the elevator.
They talk about David and you, Darrow? Oh, I know. What did Bill Gates and Steve Jobs talk about?
See, I bet he's trying to convince you to try to hide it. Make a statement that will counteract the attack.
After this, we'll go exploring just a little bit more. There's a little line of, I don't want to call it drama that I found, but some notes littered around.
I'm telling you, Hugh, he might not have put the gun in Sanders' hand, but it was Taggart's speech to the UN that started all this.
William Taggart is nothing if not a shrewd political operator. You know that, David.
So for the sake of appearances, I have to look him in the eye and let him bullshit me?
With a smile. Always with a smile. We'll talk later.
Yeah, you wanted to see me?
Yeah, how you feeling?
I've had better days.
Well, when we're done here, check him at Dr. Markovic at the limb clinic downtown. Can't hurt to get a checkup.
If you insist. Listen, about Sanders?
Yeah, about Sanders. What the hell were you thinking? Letting him slip away like that? I sent you in there to take care of things.
I'm hoping it'll pay off for us later. Sanders was furious when he found out his hacker was augmented. He's not gonna rest till he finds out who set him up.
Oh, and you're naive enough to think he'll share the information when he gets it. I thought you were ready for this, Adam.
I am. Today's attack was just a shell game being run by somebody else. I intend to find out who and why, so that it never happens to anybody again.
Good, 'cause so do I. That hacker in Sanders' group, you're sure he was augmented?
I pulled his cables out myself.
Yeah, well, the police are saying he's not, and they're refusing to let me see the body, no matter how much money I threaten to pull from their retirement fund.
Maybe someone else is offering more. So what do you want me to do, boss?
We have to get a look at the corpse. You've still got friends on the force. You think one of them will let you into the morgue?
Depends who I run into.
Get over to the station and find a way inside. Because if that hacker was augmented, his neural hub might tell us who he was. Contact me when you've gotten a hold of it.
You got it.
Pretty simple, straightforward.
Adam, were you just speaking to David? I didn't know he'd finished his call. Is everything okay?
As well as can be expected.
Right, like I know what that means anymore. The phone's been ringing off the hook ever since Bill Taggart's little press conference this evening.
Taggart. Serif was speaking about him when I walked in. What's the founder of the Humanity Front saying about us now?
Oh, he's all sincere this time, denouncing all the violence that's been committed against us, offering to come here in person to express his deepest sympathies.
Right. No wonder the boss seems grumpy.
Can you blame him? If it were up to Luddites like Taggart, you would have died on that operating table. The problem is, he knows how to play on people's fears.
Tampering with human biology can be pretty scary.
Tell that to all the war amps whose lives have been improved because of it. But if Taggart has his way, if he can sway popular opinion enough, then the United Nations will be forced to take a stand. Mark my words. That man is trouble.
A little bit of insight from I guess a fly on the wall. Not really a fly to degrade, but she certainly does hear a good bit of information, being the secretary up here.
Adam Jensen, please report to your office. Adam Jensen?
That's us. One level up. In other news, we have an office. Scrub it, make it good. Yeah, there we go. Now it's nice and buffed.
Hey, Jensen, glad to see ya. Damn it, now I sound like his girlfriend or something. Hey, Jensen. Man, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're back. How are you holding up?
I manage.
I'm sorry about Megan. I know it must be hard. For a while, we thought you were a goner, too. Everything's going to shit. The attack on HQ, and now this mess with the factory.
Yeah, tough times all around. How about you, Corella? You okay?
I don't know. I fucked up. I mean bad.
What happened?
Well, a couple of months ago, me and Tyndall, you know, one of Pritchard's techs, we started sneaking out some neuropozyne from one of the labs.
Jesus, Tim. You realize this could get you fired. Worse, arrested if the company chooses to prosecute. What were you thinking?
I know. It's complicated. I didn't want to do it at first, but there were good reasons. Anyway, now I want out, but Tyndall has security footage of me stealing the stuff and says he'll expose me if I ever stop helping him. I'm in a bad spot, Adam. I need that footage back. I know you're busy with everything that's going on right now, but I could really use your help.
What is it exactly you need me to do?
I need you to get back that security footage Tyndall has on me. It's probably in his apartment. On his computer, maybe.
So what? I just look him up in the phone book?
His apartment is near Brooklyn Court. It might be tough to get in because his building has a large security gate protecting it.
Well, that's just great.
Hacking the security gate is possible, but would require advanced hacking skills. You might have to look around for an alternate path. Maybe use the fire escape or something.
All right. Tell me more.
Really? Wow. Thanks, Adam. I thought I was done for. The security footage will probably be on his apartment computer. Meet me in front of the subway station parking lot once you get a hold of it.
I got it from here.
Alright, side quest has been acquired. And we do have 2 computer terminals here, and a pocket secretary. We'll check out this one first. It says it's unlocked. Hey, there we go. Turrets, robots, and doors. Nothing too exciting, although that's a little odd. So let's see what that pocket secretary said. New login. Agents and Mandrake. Password should also work on your home computer. Alright. Access granted. Minor security concern. Let's see. I don't really mean to bug you on this, but I think I've got another suspect in the neuropozyne thefts. I called Denzel Mitchell going over my stack of Versailles purchase orders. Okay, looks like one of these lawyers here was going over purchase orders, but he really didn't need to, because he has access to that information already. So it looks like Athene Margolis wants us to go and investigate his office. Door code 1364. So a little bit of a miniature side quest. 1364. Let's see. I think his office is... yeah, right here. This is one thing I like about this new system is previously you had to write down all these things. I know when I played through Deus Ex 1, I had a notebook with all these passcodes and all this kinds of stuff. And this, it records it in-game and brings it up as you need it. So... da-da-da-da! We've gained access. And this is some of that supplemental reading material. And as with the first game, it's kind of based on real-world conspiracy theories slash real events. A lot of times blending the two and placing it in a futuristic setting. So pretty interesting stuff. Kind of a good what-if scenarios that you can find. Another pocket secretary. What do we find now? ShineFerret at hackernet.det. Okay. So let's see here. You know, for a lawyer, you're a pretty cool dude. Thanks for checking the POs. Would have done it myself, but Sarah's bitch, I don't always too long. If she caught me with them, might have been toast. Anyways, from what you told me, I'm sure my companion's behind those thefts. She's in purchasing, typing on this PO before Malgus. Blah, blah, blah. She's out of the office till Thursday, so I gotta get into her office before then. Snake gave me the code 27 next door to hers. 4145. So second level, room 27, 4145. Looks like there's an air duct in there. We'll go check that out. Super quick. We're on the 3rd floor. We'll head down. 21, 23, 25, and ta-da, 27. And there are security personnel walking around. They shouldn't do anything to you. Alright. That's just habit. Another ebook, which you, of course, can read if you purchase the game, which you definitely should. So we have a vent, we also have a computer, and some monies. Let's see what we got. Don't be pissed at me. Wow. Looks like just some chatter about the fact that Megan might be alive. Megan, of course, is our, what I gather, ex-wife. And there are, looks like some internal things here. But this is what we're, I can't talk. This is what's important. The vent. Hey, another 100 XP. It looks like it has ticked over, so we should actually have a level. We do. We do. I'm actually going to spin that on Stealth Enhancer. Seems pretty cool. So we'll buy that. You see, it displays cones of vision in your radar, last known location tracker, and you can also track more things at a distance. So we'll get that. Before I do that, I want to point out I'm going for kind of a subtle approach, and cloaking is something that I want to get, but I also want to improve my battery, which is something that I will be doing probably with my next point, a couple points or so. So once I've got that, then I'll get cloaking. But you see, it uses a ridiculous amount of energy, 3 seconds per energy cell. That's those little batteries at the top of my top left of my screen. So I would basically have like 6 seconds of cloaking, and it could regenerate up to 3 by itself without the help of a nutrient bar. So, anyways, back to this. Stealth Enhancer. So enemy's cone of vision seems pretty cool. Once detected, displays an icon at the location the enemy last saw you, which would be quite helpful as well. And of course you can also track. Another thing will be nice, smart vision, see through walls. That'll be a very nice thing to get. Anyways, back to this. Another ebook, more reading. And 115 credits, that's not bad. Another 126 credits. Making our way into the big times, man. So here we go. I don't see anything else other than the computer. We'll check the ceiling. Nope, nothing. Okay. One nice thing that I figured out when you're using the computer is if you hold your middle mouse button, you can actually look around and keep an eye on your surrounding area. Very helpful. Okay, vacation days, heightened security measures, pretty much everything's standard. Yeah, that's pretty similar as well. Huh. Vacation days, we have vacations at all. So it looks like maybe this person is staying home a whole lot. I'll be a little curious to find out why. Where did she go? Other than that, I don't really see anything in here, so it seems like it kind of stops, with the exception of maybe that person isn't showing up to work anymore. Interesting. So anyways, we'll head back out. Down towards the bottom level, I believe is where we need to go. Of course, we have our primary and secondary
this whole
objectives.
Thing just brings back bad memories. I love working here, but it's hard knowing that at any second...
God, I can't talk about it. Another bunch of rats.
So we'll head out, and more tutorial video.
The objective screen details your current missions and objectives. In here, you can find extra information that may help you better understand what needs to be done. Missions can be activated or deactivated, depending on if you want them to appear in your radar or not. Deactivated missions can still be completed.
Again, pretty useful, so we will continue on. There should be another loading screen here, which, the nice thing about recording, is you can just pick up right where the game begins again.
Mrs. Reed?
Ah, Adam, I'm sorry you startled me. And please, call me Cassandra. You and Megan were together long enough. I was waiting for you.
Out here? Why not come meet me inside?
I don't know. I guess I'm just not ready. This is where you work, but to me, this is also the place where I lost my daughter.
So this appears to be Megan's mom.
I know what you mean. It's never been the same for me either.
I guess it's not meant to be easy. It seems there's just no right way to deal with something like this. And I can't even begin to imagine how things have been for you after all you've been through.
Yeah. A lot of things changed 6 months ago.
I can't get over how much they've changed you. At first, I couldn't even believe you were still alive. How do you handle all of this?
They did what they had to do to save me. And in a way, I can do more now than I ever could.
I'm glad to know you take it so well. Many of us wouldn't be able to cope so easily with such traumatic changes.
Can I ask why you wanted to see me?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. I'm here about Megan. About what happened to her. Or rather, about the investigation into what happened.
What about it?
Well, simply put, I feel something is not quite right with the way the case was handled.
You think there was some foul play involved?
I do. Call it mother's intuition. But when speaking to some of the investigators, there were a lot of inconsistencies. And then I met this detective, a man called Chase. He agreed things weren't handled by the book, although he has no proof.
And now you want to find out more?
I'll never hear my daughter laugh again, Adam. I'll never get a call from her to ask how I've been, or have the chance to ask her about her day. She was stolen from me. However unjustified this all is, I still want to know why it happened. I can see why she loved you. Not even that degree of mechanical modification could change what she saw in you. Please, will you help me find out what really happened to her?
I never got a chance to investigate the attack myself. I'll look into it.
Thank you. This means the world to me, Adam. Really.
The first thing I'll need to do is meet with this detective, Chase.
Good. He works part-time as a security guard in an apartment building on Brooklyn Court. I'll be waiting for you in your apartment lobby once you're done.
Why does a detective need to work part-time as a security guard?
Oh, he retired soon after the case. I don't really know the details. Maybe he'll tell you more.
I'm on it.
Okay, so we arrive outside of Serif Industries, and we are immediately greeted by Cassandra. That is Megan's mother. I guess our former mother-in-law. And gives us a quest to find out what happened to her. Really, I mean, that seems like the natural thing for our character to get involved with, since what happened to her involves us as well.
I just think it's disgusting. I mean, grafting metal into your skin? Yuck.
I guess you don't have any tattoos.
It's not the same. You
believe it? We had the place surrounded, and we were ordered to hang back. Since when do we take orders from David Serif? Maybe there was some hazardous material they were worried about. More like there was something illegal in there that they wanted the rent-a-cop to get rid of. We should have never let that guy in. No argument there. I can't see how things could have turned out any worse, given the number of civilian casualties there were.
Oh, awkward. Yeah, we're just gonna keep going this way. So this is downtown Detroit. This is, if you have watched my Mass Effect 2 series, this is kind of the equivalent to the Normandy. This is where, at least for now, you walk around, do your business between side quests. There are also side quests that just take you around this place. And, yeah, transactions, business, etc. So the biggest thing to do when you get out here is explore. That is one of the kind of cornerstone features of this game. Run around, check trash cans, move things, look behind objects, etc. And of course, mouse over people to see if they're named, you know, somebody you might need to talk to. So that we're not going to run around and cover every single bit of information regarding Detroit in this particular video, but we're going to get an overview of the atmosphere, see what things look like. There are, of course, several telephone booths, businesses selling assorted items, and, of course, another trash can. There are some items in trash cans, I will say that right now. And if you need help finding things, there is a map here, but also you can just press M, and ta-da! Now you can see just how big it actually is. That's what she said. And there's the police station up there. That's where we need to go for a quest. You can just mouse over the X and spot that information. And there's, of course, the apartments there as well. Where we will actually be heading eventually for the first video is the limb clinic. Might actually just include that with this one because it's pretty short. You just go in, say hi, get a sandwich, and you're done. But over here is something that I'm actually not sure about yet. I haven't gone there. But you also have access to the different floors. Pretty much just find out basic information regarding that as well. There's also a subway system. Now, heading back into the game. You can pull out your gun for this, although press H. There are dialogue changes between when you have your gun out and when you don't, depending on who you're talking to. Of course, it looks like this person has been scrounging for some time. Nothing available in there, but the places you're going to want to check are, of course, newspaper stuff. You see, the news does actually change as a result of your actions in the game. That's one of the really cool things about it. What's not cool is what actually happened here with this bomb. Whoops, again, but still, the fact that it changes nonetheless. Very impressive. So continuing to explore. We see just kind of where we're going. The limb clinic is up ahead. Very dark nighttime atmosphere. Futuristic, looks good. They did a good job designing it. Over here is actually a shop. This is where you can buy and sell guns, related things. We'll talk to this individual.
You got anything you want to buy or sell? I'm the guy you want to deal with. Everything's on the computer, right at your fingertips.
Pretty straightforward. So we have about 5,000 credits. These are our weapons. Not really looking to sell any of these. Well, machine pistol, maybe. Oh, I guess I don't have one. Okay. Selling it was quite easy. Combat rifle, pistol, revolver. You can sell that. Tranq darts, that's good. Stun gun darts. Don't think I'll be needing those. Machine pistol ammo. Won't need that either. Grenades. Yeah, we'll keep those for now. Also, whiskey. Sell that. Sell the beer. You can sell these little things, get a little bit of extra cash. And now, we can look at the ammo. So, 10mm. Tranq. Weapons, damage upgrade, and also burst round system. And of course, you can get information. This is for the shotgun. Fires 2 cartridges per burst. Looking over here, you have a Tranq rifle and a shotgun. This is actually something that I will likely be buying at some point later on down the road. Saving up my money for now. Mine template. It lets you combine grenades into a mine, if I understand. Combine with a grenade to create a mine of the same type. Alright. So, mines can come into certain playstyles.
Be sure to tell all your friends. Just not the cops.
I am a cop. Nah, I got nothing. And of course, keeping with the multiple pathways, there is a way around back here to to go
Grayson hooked me up
off.
with some real tight merch. Those ug lovers get in my face now. I'm ready to pop.
That's that private detective in there.
Yo, where you been, man?
And that's
been
me
running
getting
shit
stuck
through that
behind a door.
abandoned gas station for weeks.
Oh, word? I wanted to get some upgrades for my...
So when we do the private detective quest, just remember he is behind the old gas station to the left. But for now, we're going to head over, and that is really scary. We're going to head to the limb clinic.
I, for one, approve of these protests. These limb people are drug pushers. Someone is getting rich.
Ah, Mr. Jensen. David Serif told me you'd be dropping by. I've just been reviewing the test results we received on you last week.
Should I start rolling up my sleeves?
Surprisingly, no. I see no trace of glial tissue buildup in any of your charts.
It's been 6 months, Doc. Shouldn't I be under opposite shots by now?
One would think, but these test results show no signs of implant rejection. If anything, the bond between tissue and electrodes seems to be getting stronger.
So I'm free to go?
Well, Mr. Serif did ask me to discuss another topic with you. You are aware that several precautionary measures had to be put into place during your first surgery?
Not all of my implants were switched on, I know.
The damage caused by the hematoma had to be taken into account. Your brain needed time to recover, to get used to the mechanical neural processors and turn them on naturally over time.
Cut to the chase, Doc. What does Serif want?
He feels that you might be ready to speed up the activation process using special software known as Praxis kits.
You mean I don't have to wait for my augmentations to kick in naturally anymore?
You can, if you prefer. But Mr. Serif did make a generous donation to LIM in your name, thus ensuring that Praxis software linked to your particular neuro enhancements would always be available to you and you alone. Please, take a look.
We suddenly have a lot of money.
Dr. LeBlanc, code blue.
So Typhoon ammo, that is a rare thing. Typhoon, of course, is the 360-degree explosive system augmentation that they're talking about here. Hypostim. Looks like a temporary increase of 50 health points up to a maximum of 200. That's pretty freaking sweet. You can go into a firefight well prepared. And Pro Energy Jar. What is this? Artificial food energy source packed with proteins and carbohydrates. Replenish 3 cell energies in full. That is nice. And last, Praxis Kit. These are those things that you need to level up. You remember in the first video, or actually the second one, we found one of these laying around. Well, now we actually have the ability to buy 2 of them. Fortunately, we have just barely enough credits, so we're actually going to do that. And of course, you can read the information right here if you want to pause and do so. But for now, we're going to buy 2 Praxis points. Excellent.
Very well, Mr. Jensen. Use it in good health.
I'm going to save real quick, so that way we can continue on here. And looking now, we do have 2 available Praxis points, which we will take a look at later on. I don't want to spend too much time in this video looking at that, since we've already spent 1 point.
Under anesthesia before. Is it true they stop your heart and the machine does your breathing?
More or less. I know it sounds a little hair-raising, but we do it every day, several times over. It's a very safe procedure.
Will I feel any pain or anything?
It gets done through your IV needle. You'll be asked to count backwards, and the next thing you know, you'll be opening your eyes and the procedure will be over.
Wow.
So this looks very much like where we saw the opening cinematic. May have actually even been that. And it looks like this is some information regarding us, actually. AJ09, Adam Jensen. So, a little bit more backstory there. Information contained within. Don't see any goodies laying around, though. Unless I'm blind, which is a distinct possibility. I suppose this would be the place to get that fixed. Aha! More experience. Alright, we'll head out now. We'll continue exploring more of Detroit. And look at that. Oh, I guess we've already read that one.
Dr. LeBlanc, code blue. Dr. LeBlanc, code blue.
Protesting is not against the law.
I know that, officer. But some of those guys were carrying tire irons and setting garbage cans on fire.
And those were the ones we arrested. The rest were merely exercising their right to free speech.
What about my right to come to work each day without fearing for my life? I've still got to walk home tonight.
I understand your concern. But if you want round-the-clock protection, I suggest you hire a private security company.
Just kind of give you an idea of the atmosphere around here. So we'll head back out and continue exploring. Back out, we see...
Adam, are you finished at the clinic?
For now.
Good. Right now I want to know who that corpse is. Head over to the police station and get his neural hub. And Adam, if you can't talk your way in, consider making a strategic retreat. There's got to be another entrance in the side of the building.
Alright, immediately to our left we do spot a ladder, which we'll climb up. Looks like there's an entrance we could hack. We would require a pretty high hacking skill. Level 4. I believe it only goes up to 5. I'm sure later on down the road, when we've upgraded some skills, hacking will be one of those that we pursue. But for now...
These limb riots are being organized by the government. They want an excuse to exact martial law and split this country.
Crazy shenanigans going on here.
Jensen, right? I've heard about you. Yeah, you were a good cop by most accounts. But you're lucky you got out.
I guess so. Otherwise I'd be stuck under a bridge. I got nothing. Detroit Convention Center. So, truth be told, I actually haven't even been back here yet. But, you can see, it does go back a ways. And I believe that the different colors just means it's interior, not necessarily where you'll load. Loading screen, that is, but haven't run around enough to test that. So now you know that a convention center is near the limb clinic. And we are actually on the opposite side of where we technically need to go right now. You can see our side quests are over there, and the main quest way over there. So what we're going to do is take... let's take... I believe this is the subway right here. This is the back alleyway to the police station. We can also take that, which we will. Continuing to take in the sights and sounds. This is the subway, a little bit more, a little bit higher in the cleanliness rating. Yeah, get down. Do it. Yeah, whatever. Water fountain? Oh, no. Trash can.
Oh man, Eliza is so hot.
You're crazy.
You're crazy, girl.
You meet all types in this city.
I'm guessing they're talking about news reporters. So we pop out, you'll notice, the police cars. And an energy bar. Woo! Look Looking around. Don't see anything important back here. I believe this is a list, possibly of people who were lost in the line of duty. I believe. Very sad thing. And more advertisements. That's one thing I've noticed is that they've done a good job with the advertising. Like, there was, I think, a minor vocalization of complaints about how there could be in-game advertising for this. But so far, everything I've seen has either been the company that made the game, or, you know, scenic appropriate things like what we're seeing right now. So that actually, I think, it does a really good job adding to the realism. So that's the police station where we'll need to go for the main quest and also a side quest. But you see, it's pretty much stops in terms of accessible places. Right here, looks like there's also a door. Now, this is a little bit of an obstacle, but you see, they give you a crate. You obviously don't want to step into it because it goes down to 26% health. Whoa, that was actually, whew, very close. So let's spot if it actually comes out somewhere else. I believe it does. I just don't know where. Maybe back here? I think. Maybe. Haha, just kidding. Yep, I know what I'm talking about. Yes, indeed, folks. So, I think we've covered police station. There's the apartments across the way right there. We did, of course, just come from the subway system, so we'll check out the apartments next. Don't think that's anything important right there. No, it's not. There is also a sewer system. I touched on this before. You can access it right here. A couple not so nice individuals down at the bottom. Of course, there's plenty of those here at the top as well. There is also, I can't move this just yet, but I know behind there's a vent system that you can use to kind of get around as well. Hidden shortcuts. And here is a storage facility of some sort. But that's the subway. Okay, we'll go down here. So you see there was a quick save. Entering into a new area. It's the front couch! Obviously a high-class area. Now, this is something that you do know, that the first augmentation I purchased was the ability to punch through weakened walls, and this is the first one we've seen. So, get ready for the Kool-Aid Man! Oh, yeah! I've been wanting to do that all day. Can you tell? So, more guns, more ammo! FPS Russia would be proud. Now, you see a couple people, a little scared. It's understandable, I did just punch through a wall. You see, not exactly the most secure environment. It does go one way, so we'll continue to follow it.
Keep out of this, Hansa! Get lost!
You see, he's not too nice.
Run, you bastard!
Uh-oh. Yeah, he is not happy at all. I think he actually pulls a gun on us if we hang around for too long. So, we'll try not to piss him off for now. I believe over there is just another sewer entrance. But you kind of get an idea of the different pathways available to you. And they are, of course, still understandably frightened. I think even this guy's crunched up right now. He's like, oh god, what was that? Punching through walls and shit. It ain't right. Back in my day, we just opened doors. Okay. Now, we already went that way. Now, the apartments are over there. You see, just access that point. The Sharon Building, Derelict Row, which I believe is actually here. I think it's a gang-related spot, if I recall. one that you don't have immediate access to. There is also a quest, kind of hub that you can pick up. Here's that gang row.
Why would you book me a trick inside
This DRB turf, asshole. Don't try it.
I want to get out of there.
Don't worry, baby.
So we can't go in there just yet.
Hey,
Might be able to later.
Jensen. Long time no see. Jensen. My God, it's been a while. Remember me? We used to work the old 17th precinct back in the day. Man, I wish I could go with the good old you haven't changed at all bit, but that'd be complete and utter bullshit, right?
Yeah, I guess that's one way to put it. You look a little different too, Xander. What's your new gig?
Deep cover. I'm keeping tabs on the derelict row ballers for now. I've got a hunch something big's coming.
Why do I get the sudden feeling you're about to include me into that something big?
Because you're clever. That and the fact that, well, it's pretty obvious. But jokes aside, you couldn't have come at a better time, Jensen. This case I'm on, we're stalling and we could use a little external help.
Go ahead.
I'm with IA now, and we're working a sting on a dirty cop named Jack O'Malley. Elusive motherfucker. I mean, Men in Black elusive. We know he's involved in drugs, weapon dealing, tied into the gangs. But he's clever, and we just can't seem to pin anything on him. I swear he's got friends in high places.
Okay, and where do I fit in all this?
You're an outsider. You can go places we legally can't. I need someone to do a couple of things. Break into his apartment, sneak into DRB territory, and finally, go undercover posing as a hitman. This guy is nothing minor, Jensen. He's the real deal. Major player, major consequences. We have to get him before shit hits the fan. You in?
Can't let a guy like that roam free. I'm in.
All right then, let's get to work. Like I said, I've got a couple of very promising leads, but O'Malley's got friends among the powers that be. I wouldn't be able to get my hands on a warrant, even if I had footage of the perp confessing in real time as he's finger painting his motive on the wall in the victim's blood. So I guess we're gonna have to break a few rules.
Suits me. Rules would only slow me down.
Very dirty Harry of you, Jensen. But we still have to be careful how we handle this. We've worked hard to catch this son of a bitch. I don't want him to walk on a technicality.
What about the undercover assignment? Posing as a hitman?
O'Malley's crafty, and even a bit paranoid. He's always using proxies, scapegoats, and red herrings to get us off his ass. But after months of schmoozing, we finally got through to one of his guys. Turned him into a mole. He provides us with information, stuff like that.
And he's gonna be my way in?
Exactly. Yesterday, another one of O'Malley's guys whacked someone, a drug dealer. There's a witness, but we don't have any details. O'Malley does, and he wants someone to take care of the mess. The usual guy just got busted for possession, so the contact will send you in to pose as his replacement. O'Malley will be waiting for you in an alley next to the police station.
And you want me to milk him to get the info on the witness?
You haven't lost your touch, Jensen. We think O'Malley will ask you to retrieve the murder weapon, use it to kill the witness, and then plant it on a scapegoat he can arrest later. What you need to do is get that weapon and bring it to me.
And what about the witness?
We're almost positive he's a member of the MCBs. Once you know the location, you'll need to get there, take care of any opposition, and prep him for retrieval.
Prep him?
Well, you know, he's a gangbanger, Jensen. He's not going to turn in peacefully, but we need him alive. So I guess you're going to have to play this one macho and knock him out. One of our guys will then just happen to stumble upon him. You know, serendipity.
So what am I looking for in O'Malley's apartment?
Information, drugs, weapons. Basically anything you think can be used to build a stronger case against him. The more you get, the better.
Okay. What's this about getting into DRB territory?
Yeah, I needed to get in there and track down a shipment of weapons for me. We managed to gain access to solid information that will tie it to O'Malley, but I need proof it's really there. They've probably stashed it around somewhere.
A cop dealing weapons to a criminal anti-aug gang? Not a pretty picture.
Got that right. I guess we both agree. Nothing good can come out of this, huh? I don't know where exactly the DRB's cache is, but I know there's a bonus for you if you manage to sneak in and out without being spotted. Would make shit easier to handle on my side.
Okay, let's do this. You can contact me on my info link if anything comes up.
Excellent. Oh, and Jensen, one last thing. To protect my cover, it'd be better if you only contact me again once you've taken care of everything.
All right. Things and stuff to do, my friends. Things and stuff to do. You see, we are accumulating side quests as we run around town.
Hey, big boy.
Hey, girl. Okay, I'm never doing that again.
You look like a guy that gets around. Little advice, stay out of the sewers. A lot of shit going down there.
Here's that vent I was talking about, and yeah, that guy is definitely taking a piss. That's actually that point I mentioned earlier, where we were looking down. You see, knocking over a couple barrels, making our way out here. And now, we've arrived at where you can get an achievement. Basically, you just pick up the basketball, come back, and it actually took me a while to get this. Yeah, see, that didn't go. But basically, you just run around, throw the basketball, shoot it, get it in the hoop, and you'll get yourself an achievement. And be prepared to be doing this for a while, because like I said, it took me a while. No, I think it actually took me about 20 minutes or so. Because I don't know, I kept getting like so close, and then it just, nope, not happening. And we have a way up into something, I'm not really sure what. We'll just take a look around and see, down one level, downtown apartments, that's where we are, number 2. So this is the side entrance to the apartments, and look at that, a window. So of course we can run around in here, take inventory of what's available. The window, the second story window. Yeah, I definitely just sang that. What are you gonna do about it?
Them D-rope cats is gonna get... That's far enough. Leave quietly and you won't get hurt.
You don't want to get no closer, Og.
Okay. So here, looks like we can punch through a wall. That could be one of our points of entry for getting into the gang territory. Gotta watch out though, because I don't want to alert those guys to our presence. And finally, can't do anything there. So we'll head back down now. You can hear from the ambient noise, it's a very quiet, serene place to live. Very peaceful. Everybody has 3.5 kids.
This city is one big gutter and always will.
You think this
Damn,
is bad?
Bobs.
Wait till
I'm thinking about getting my pit bull augmented. Get him some cyber paws, cyber fangs and shit. Throw him in the ring.
A augmented dog. That does not sound good. So that brings us back there. There are a couple additional places we haven't quite covered just yet, but there's really no need to go there just yet. Derelict Row, that's one of the quests we picked up. The Sharon Building, really nothing we need to worry about right now. Apartments, plenty of those. Of course, you can see we actually have a quest at this one. And we also have meet with O'Malley there. And that pretty much just kind of wraps it up for things I wanted to cover this video. Again, was pretty much just to allow you guys to see the general overlay of the first quest hub / adventure area in Deus Ex Human Revolution, see where the shops are, know some of the key travel paths, and understand the quests that are going to be available to you when you come out of Serif Industries. So, the next video and following after that, we will be knocking out all the side quests, then the main one. Continuing on with the mission. We're pretty much just going to cover all the bases, do as much as we can, and allow you to experience the story in its entirety and hopefully pick up some knowledge on the way that will help you if you ever decide to pick up this game, which again, I would strongly suggest you do. Support the company, man. Go out and pick up a copy of this. It is worth it. If nothing else, just grab it on Steam. So again, thank you guys for watching. for watching, and I'm going to go work on my vocabulary. I'm on a pedestal.